All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Oh, jetzt gibt's New Content. Da kann ich jetzt auch den alten machen? Wahrscheinlich.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Ja.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ich möchte jetzt eigentlich durch die andere Tür gehen.
Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nein. Das machen wir später.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Gestorben sind wir ja schon.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Ich will da rein und dann die...
Investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something
Einfach
bad
assi
to happen
lustig,
to
dass
you?
sich so aufregt, ne?
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Dann ratet mal, was wir tun.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you
Herrlich!
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Ein Skill Tree war
You've given
super.
me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ich sage euch, mietet euch nie eine Dachgeschosswohnung. Und wenn er es schon macht, dann baut keine 3 Scheinwerfer rein und zockt.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ich bin so gespannt. Ist das Original? Friends list empty. Okay. Du beleidigst mich jetzt also. Das ist schön. A dead rat is offline. Ja, und was ist jetzt?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take
Du willst, dass ich ein Baby rette. Du sagst, du kennst mich.
Playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Wer weiß schon.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes,
Dann, was kommt jetzt?
this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Sieht aus wie dieses Spiel, wo man die Leute retten muss, ne? Hier. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wie es heißt, aber... Wow, wie kann man denn aus reiner Herzensgüte zu meinem Glück einfach falsch rumlaufen? 50-50 Chance, wie im USB-Kabel. 50-50 Chance, du machst 3-mal falsch. Passt schon. Alles gut. Jetzt wird's Far Cry. So.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens.
Oh Mann, fantastisch.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Wo bin ich denn gelandet?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Verarschen wir jetzt noch Rocket League, okay?
To run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Ist dein Ernst? Fantastisch. So, langsamer, ich will kicken.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Ach ja, herrlich. Das ist,
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
mir macht's ultra viel Spaß.
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is
Ach,
my
Mann.
game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes,
Was haben die
that's what
Entwickler
I
eigentlich
am.
genommen?
I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Okay. Jetzt stehen wir hier. Vielleicht lasse ich mich mal ins Tor fallen, oder?
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Gut, dass ich mich entschieden habe, wieder zu fallen. Aha. Wow. Jetzt hat die Frage, bringt es hier alles neue Enden? Also wo ich auch lang laufe, oder ist es jetzt einfach nur dieser Teil der Story und... Er hat es definitiv getan. Er tut es immer noch. Und Gute zurück. Tja. Ah! Ich habe irgendwie das Gefühl, hier geht's nicht weiter.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right
Ist das
now.
so?
I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Bist du auf
And if he's
Spätschicht
learned the
oder
heavy
wie?
cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end.
Oh, servus, ja, alles fit bei dir?
And the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Alles fit außer Hitze.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Alter, da ist selbst die Verwirrung verwirrt hier. Was ist los? Ah! Da sind wir wieder. Mir ist nur ein bisschen warm. Ja, also die Klimaanlage ist definitiv in Anschaffung. Also ich nehme an, bei unserem nächsten Treffen wird sie hier stehen. Und ja, mir ist sehr warm. Das Spiel gefällt mir sehr gut bis jetzt. Allerdings fordert es ein bisschen das Gedächtnis heraus, sich daran zu erinnern, welche Sachen man tatsächlich noch nicht gemacht hat und welche man gemacht hat.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Vor allem spare ich mir das hier noch auf. Dieses unverkennbar schöne Schild.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
ich weiß.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Es ist
Perhaps he
tatsächlich
wanted to
schon
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
krass, was man hier so alles tun kann.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ja. Ist das so? Ja.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Die Hirnzellen sind absolut in Benutzung.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Und schön ist, dass man diese Dose relativ problemlos trinken kann, weil alles ausgeblendet wird. Ne? Erfrischende Limonade.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
So, und dieses Mal ziehen wir nicht den Stecker des Telefons.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Da war eine Wand. Dankeschön.
That's her, Stanley. You need
So,
to be the one to do
dann
this.
gehen wir halt mal dran. Schauen, was dann passiert. Tja,
Stanley, is that you?
hab ich jetzt mit anderen Sachen
Sorry
gerechnet.
to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Schöne Frau.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Kann vielleicht mal jemand, der
Trying to get you to see
zuguckt,
something. Come
mal schnell
inside.
Rasierklingen
Let me show you
bestellen?
what's really going
Bin
on
sehr
here.
traurig jetzt. Das halte ich für eine sehr gute Idee und ich sag schon mal Prost. Nichts geht
This
über
is a
Corona.
very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Guten Morgen, drücke I auf deine Tastatur. Ja gut.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button
Prost.
that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Kühlende Limonade.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
Beschreibt
One might
perfekt
even
unser
feel
aller
sorry for
Alltag.
him, except that he's chosen this life.
Ich würde sagen, du sagst, drück U, dann drücke ich mal O. Ich kenne mich mit Vokalen nicht so gut aus. Okay, ich muss also drücken, was du mir sagst, du Arschloch. Okay, dann drücke ich halt
In
U.
his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Okay.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Okay, ich bin sehr excited. So, dann halt T. Lernen wir jetzt die Tastatur auswendig, oder was?
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Da waren wir
Down
mal.
another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it
Kannte bisher nur das Zwei-Finger-System. 2 Finger und ein Ast.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, ich sag der Frau, dass ich sie lieb, ja. Ich mag dich, weil du so schöne Haare hast.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Ah, es triggert einen ja immer genau das zu machen. Also genau nicht das zu machen, was er sagt. Ja, aber wie lange warte ich jetzt? Ich mach's doch nicht. Soll ich einen anderen drücken? C. D. A, D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A. Ja, du verarscht mich doch nur,
You
Pisser.
see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Drücke I, um nichts zu hinterfragen, okay?
Suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. But not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Bitte stirb.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
So. Tja. Dann können wir jetzt dieses Mal nach links
All of
gehen.
his
Schön.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New Content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Genau,
doors,
da
this
dann.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Ich finde
just
einfach
to
mal
admire
sterben
it.
gehen ist der beste Tipp
The lounge
seit
was
Tagen.
majestic. Perhaps
Gehen jetzt
but
einfach mal nach
eager to
links.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Wir gehen
left.
nach links, weil wir gegen rechts sind. So.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ja, stimmt eigentlich. Wenn ich da durchgehe, dann komme ich wieder. Ja, okay, nee, dann gehen wir natürlich wieder woanders hin. Es ging schneller als gedacht. Okay.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He
Richtig.
wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Alter, Alter.
here it's, left.
Oh Mann.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Alter, wie ich dich gerade hasse.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Ich mache nichts anderes als zu warten, du Vogel.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Warum hat das Licht an? Okay.
No.
Hier war ich schon mal.
This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story is completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.